She said she needed a man who listened. You listened. She said she wanted loyalty. You offered loyalty. She said she was ready for love. She meant she was ready for the thrill. And you felt like a group project and a Google Calendar invite. You thought she wanted a nice guy. She wanted an upgrade from her last villain. You weren't friend-zoned. You were interviewed, evaluated, and politely rejected. I'm Uber Papi, aka Mr. Mutual but never chosen. The shoulders she cried on then blocked. Her emotional USB port. Captain, you deserve better in a rented Prius. The human comfort zone with zero surge pricing. And her 2 a.m. Lyft lineup when Tyrone's phone dies. I've heard her say, "You're different," right before she ran back to the same man in different cologne. I've watched good men audition for roles she only cast in chaos. I've seen romantic gestures get turned into red flags by girls who only know how to bleed for validation. And tonight, I'm not here to make you feel better. I'm here to tell you why she never loved you. Because you were ready before she was done being reckless. She'll say, "You're exactly what I need right now." But the right now is when she's hurt, broke, emotionally hungover. She'll say, "You're such a good guy." But that's PR speak for, "You're the pause between disasters." She'll say, "I don't want to ruin what we have." That's because what you have is a safety net, not desire. She's not confused. She's conserving you. Story time. There was a guy named Malik, solid dude. Took her to a rooftop jazz bar, opened the car door, paid for the Uber home, even when she offered to split. She cried about her ex at dinner and kissed him on the cheek goodnight. Then went radio silent. 3 days later, she posted a selfie in his hoodie. Except it wasn't Malik's hoodie. It was the same one her toxic ex used to wear when he ghosted her for the 3rd time. Malik texted, "Did I do something wrong?" She replied, "No, you're amazing. I'm just in a weird place right now." She wasn't in a weird place. She was in her usual place, seeking chaos to feel alive. She just didn't want to heal in Malik's arms, because that meant the game was over. And she wasn't done playing. Being the nice guy is not the problem. Believing that niceness entitles you to her affection. That's the trap. She doesn't want a hero who saves her. She wants the villain who knows when to laugh while the world burns. Desire isn't logical. It's earned through polarity, not politeness. You're not being rejected for being kind. You're being rejected for being forgettable. You want to know if you've been soft sidelined? Here's your wake-up call. 8 savage signs she's using you as emotional Uber pool. 1. She calls you first, but only when she's sad. She doesn't text you when she's excited, only when she's broken. You're the human tissue, not the fantasy. 2. Your compliments make her uncomfortable. She smiles awkwardly, says, "Aw," and looks away. She's not flattered. She's filing you under wholesome but meh. 3. You've never touched her outside of a hug. You've been in her life for months, and all she's offered is side hugs and awkward shoulder taps. You're not the guy. You're the guy friend. 4. She says, "I wish I liked you more." This is not honesty. This is a velvet noose. She's telling you she's emotionally unavailable to you. 5. You know her favorite color, but not her bedroom. You have facts. He has access. And guess what? She values thrill over trivia. 6. You're always her last-minute plan B Friday night. You're the emergency fallback when the real option ghosts. She's not lonely. She's just trying to avoid being alone with herself. 7. You help her heal for someone else. She vents, processes, and finds closure with you. Then she thanks you and texts her ex. 8. She says, "You're too good for me." She's not complimenting you. She's absolving herself. She knows she's going to choose worse. She doesn't need your softness. She needs her story to feel unfinished. You didn't lose because you weren't enough. You lost because you arrived too early in her drama arc. So how do you stop being the romantic roadside assistance and start being the destination? Remember the following 8 truths that rewrite your role. 1. Stop applying for a job she hasn't posted. If she's not emotionally available, stop interviewing. You're not her therapist or her maybe second. Flirt first, validate later. Lead with playful edge, not admiration. She doesn't want to feel worshipped. She wants to feel wanted. 3. Withhold until she's invested. You give too much too fast. Make her earn your time, your energy, your presence. Scarcity breeds value. 4. Embrace polarity, not perfection. Be kind, but don't be predictable. Be generous, but not spineless. Tension creates fire. 5. Withdraw respectfully. When undervalued, don't get bitter. Just disappear. She'll notice the absence louder than your words. 6. Learn to say no with a smile. Boundaries make you hot. Obedience makes you invisible. 7. Build a life that doesn't orbit her. If she senses that your world revolves around her, she'll step out of it. Build gravity. 8. Let her miss you while you win. Nothing hits harder than silence, glow-ups, and a woman realizing you were the main character all along. Nice isn't sexy. Safe isn't addictive. And being there for her while she learns to love herself will not earn you a seat at the table. The only man she respects is the one who walked away before she realized she needed him. To the guys stuck in the waiting room, she's not coming around. She's circling back to the same pain on repeat. Stop being the crash pad for her regrets. Become the exit she remembers too late. If she calls you too good to be true, you're already too soft to be chosen. You weren't too early, you were just too available. Healing her doesn't guarantee her, it guarantees she's healed for someone else. So tell me, who's worse? The calendar clinger Kevin who schedules her whole healing journey? Or the velvet rebound Romeo who disappears before the first morning coffee? Remember, the ride's free. The lesson could cost everything. And some of you are still out here tipping 5 stars for getting emotionally ghosted. Like this video if you've ever been the guy she said maybe to while riding shotgun in someone else's chaos. Comment your worst nice guy moment below. Subscribe unless you enjoy free therapy with no closure. Regarding subscriber goals, let's run the subscriber meter like it's her emotional tab. Every new sub wipes another maybe off your record. I'm Uber Papi, and I don't do maybe. I do mileage, memories, and the mess she tells no one about. Get in or get ghosted. Ride recap. You weren't friend-zoned. You were filed under nice but no tension. She doesn't want stability. She wants scars with a soundtrack. Be her dream, not her diary.